Play the truck.
Ladies and gentlemen, after long and intense transfer speculation about our only star boy Mohammed Kudus, he has finally completed his move to Tottenham Hotspurs, and I'm going to extensively talk from his camp. Right after Mohammed Kudus' completion of his move to Tottenham Hotspurs, a lot of legends have reacted, and you're going to check them out in this video. Latest from the camps of the Black Lights of Ghana, our queens, the Black Queens of Ghana, Antoine Semenyo, Kamaldin Suleimana, and others. But before I proceed with the details of all these stories, if you are new on this platform, quickly let's do it together. Kindly subscribe to the channel, hit on the post notification bell for more updates. Please don't forget to like the video and share to other social media platforms. You can follow Manuel TV Sports both on Facebook and TikTok. Leave your decent comments in the comment box for special shoutouts at the end of my presentation. And straightforward, let's get into the video.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
To start with is a camp of Black Stars player who was born on the 2nd of August 2000. Currently, he is 24 years. He was born in Nima, Accra, and his football burgeoning started from Strong Tower Football Academy. Eventually, he was being scouted and selected by Right to Dream Academy, a football academy based in Ghana that trains promising young African talents. Right from Right to Dream Academy, he joined FC Norgeland in Denmark. From FC Norgeland in Denmark, he joined Ajax Amsterdam in Netherlands. Right from Ajax Amsterdam in Netherlands, he joined West Ham United in the EPL. Ladies and gentlemen, the player I'm talking about is the only star boy we have in the Black Stars team, Mohammed Kudus. He has now completed a move to Tottenham Hotspur, so he's part of the Lily White's family, and that is the latest coming in. I gave you the comprehensive insights of his contracts with Tottenham Hotspur as it stands now, and according to West Ham United, Kudus joined Tottenham Hotspur at an undisclosed amount of money, but as we all know and being reported by the transfer gurus, it's around £55 million with 6-year contracts. Looking at how things are going, the star boy Mohammed Kudus is going to replicate the Black Stars of Ghana in Tottenham Hotspurs because he's wearing the jersey number 20. That is it. During his unveiling, that was a jersey number for Mohammed Kudus. He has spoken about his move to Tottenham Hotspur. As I earlier told you, he's having personalized football career goals. And this is what the star boy Mohammed Kudus has to say after his completion of his move to Tottenham Hotspurs.
I've always wanted to play at the highest level. How big the club is, the history, and in the Champions League as well. So it's a big moment. I'm finally here. I'm very happy and can't wait to start. Most important part of why I come here is the project and how the manager sees I can develop under him, where he's come from, and seeing the amount of talent he's developed to become great players. It's a big sign of why I wanted to work under him as well. I'm a very direct winger, strong, very good in taking players on and creating chances. There's a lot of flair in my game. I like to entertain the fans as well. It's putting a memory in the head of the fans that they have in their head going back home. You know, fans are really gonna enjoy what I'm gonna bring to the team. That's what football is about. Moved to Denmark, very big difference in culture. Played there 2 seasons, went to Amsterdam, 2.5 seasons, West Ham, then here. And that's what the journey has been, and using my God-given talent to have an impact on where I'm coming from and change the lives of people and my family as well. It takes a lot of hard work and 24/7 focus to play in a league like this. Every game requires a lot of quality and focus throughout the whole game. So I'm just here using my individual ability to help the team go as fast as we can. You know, I'm very team oriented, so my personal goals lies around helping the team get as much as points we can.
And this is very exciting from the camp of the star boy Mohammed Kudus. So with all the long transfer speculations, that was surrounding Mohammed Kudus. He is now part of Tottenham Hotspurs. I'm very, very excited for the star boy Mohammed Kudus. And looking at how things are going, a lot of legends have reacted. And the first legend to talk about is Lai Kinson, a former player of the Black Stars of Ghana, same as a former coach of Ghana National Under-17 boys, the Black Starlets. According to him, he was expecting Mohammed Kudus to make a bigger leap to Chelsea Football Club or any other club. But instead of joining Tottenham Hotspur, he is now cool with it. He had this interview with Sporty FM, and let's check it out.
From West Ham to Tottenham.
Yeah, for me, I think it's one step in his career.
All right.
West Ham and then Tottenham.
Yes.
Tottenham is among the top four. West Ham always struggle in
playing European football as well.
Playing European
Champions
football
League
as well. So for me, I think it's a one step in his career.
Yeah.
I was expecting him to go to bigger clubs,
like Chelsea.
Like Chelsea, in order to.
There's a notion that he doesn't want to leave London.
I think for me, Kudus should be in the club. Kudus should be in the club that will compete.
All right.
To win trophies.
Sure.
You know, Tottenham is a very big club, one of the big clubs in the Premier League. But I will prefer seeing him in one of the clubs that will be competing for bigger trophies. I think that's what is going to make him big. If you look at Michael Essien's career,
right.
He was lucky he was in Chelsea at the time that Chelsea is dominating the world.
Yes.
So for me, I would love to see him, but I think it's a one step in this.
Just after Lai Kinson, Troy Deeney, who is a legend for Watford, has also reacted to Mohammed Kudus' move. He said Kudus will fit into Tottenham Hotspur's team. He even gave out a lineup looking at how he will be going to operate at the forward lines for Tottenham Hotspur. We know they have the likes of Son Heung-min, they have the likes of a lot of players. Brian Johnson, a lot of players in the team as it stands now at the forward line for Tottenham Hotspurs. But he sees that Mohammed Kudus befits that forward line for Tottenham Hotspur, and it's a piece of good news for him. And according to Troy Deeney, Kudus Mohammed makes football very simple, and football is very easy for the star boy Mohammed Kudus. Let's have a glance of what Troy Deeney has to say about our only star boy Mohammed Kudus, now part of the Lily White team. He has all the potential. For me, it is about whether he can focus the brain with his feet. It looks like football is a bit too easy for him. He proceeded by saying, high lefts, I expect him to go high lefts. That is it. I expect Son Heung-min will either move on or have to be in a position where he plays from the bench, because I think Kudus will be the main guy with Brennan Johnson. You all know a lot of players in the team, and looking at how things are going on the other side. So he will be playing Kudus at the left wings for Tottenham Hotspur, same as Brennan Johnson will be at the right wings for Tottenham Hotspur. And that is it. According to him, Kudus should bench Son Heung-min. And that is the latest coming in from Troy Deeney, a legend of the game, as he has also spoken about the star boy Mohammed Kudus. So that is it. You can also leave your take, your submission as to how you see this move of Mohammed Kudus to Tottenham Hotspurs. To me, it's very nice, because in as much as Kudus has joined Tottenham Hotspurs, he's going to get enough minutes. Enough minutes is going to be very meaningful to the star boy Mohammed Kudus. Aside that, he is still in Europe's top leagues, one of the Europe's top leagues, that is the EPL, and is very familiar with the system in the EPL. And adaptation is not going to be a delay for the star boy Mohammed Kudus. It's left with him to be able to fit into the system of coach Frank Thomas, formerly of Brentford. And that from the camp of the star boy Mohammed Kudus. But before I leave the camp of the star boy Mohammed Kudus, I'm just dedicating this show to him because he has joined a new club. Let's have a glance of what Data MB has to say about Mohammed Kudus being compared to other wingers in the EPL last season. Okay, Mohammed Kudus versus Premier League wingers. Offensive duels won. Kudus was the first player among all the wingers in the EPL last season. Successful dribbles, Kudus was second. Duels won, second. Aerial and whatever duels it was on the field of play. Kudus was second as compared to other wingers in the EPL. Successful attacking actions, Kudus was third. Accurate crosses, Kudus was fourth, and that is that from Data MB. And let's compare his transfer move as to other Ghanaian players who also made another transfer moves. And per the details that I have here, let's look at top 8 Ghanaian transfers of all time. At times, I just don't want to just suppose, because looking at that time, if you have to compare to this time around, maybe some of this move might be better than that of Mohammed Kudus, and that is that. Asamoah Gyan is the 8th, 13 million pounds. He left Stade Rennais to Sunderland. The next player, 7th, Kamaldeen Sulemana, 14.5 million pounds from Southampton to Atalanta Calcio. Andre Dede Ayew, that one is 17.5. I think there should be a correction here. Andre Dede Ayew, 20.5 million pounds from Swansea City to West Ham United. Baba Rahman from Augsburg to Chelsea, 21.7 million pounds. Michael Essien from Olympic Lyon to Chelsea, that was around 24.4 million pounds. Mohammed Kudus from Ajax to West Ham United in 2023 summer was 38.4 million pounds. Thomas Tekweku Partey from Atletico Madrid to Arsenal, that was 50 million pounds. And Mohammed Kudus, the star boy again, from West Ham to Tottenham Hotspurs, is around 55 million pounds. And that is it. So Kudus Mohammed is leading once again for top 8 Ghanaian transfers of all time. That is what I earlier said. If you have to compare others as a 10 to that of Kudus Mohammed, it's not going to work as it is. And that is that from his camp. Let me move on to the camp of Antoine Semenyo. The same Watford legend, Troy Deeney, has spoken about him. He said he's okay with his contract extension and stay at AFC Bournemouth. But from the look of things, he should have waited for maybe a month later to know how the deals will be happening in the 2025 summer transfer window. But according to him, he's okay with everything, because he was just thinking that other clubs might come in for the signature of Antoine Semenyo. There's that words of Troy Deeney about Semenyo. Yes, you have got to get a new deal because you have to get paid while you play well. I thought he would have waited 1 more month, see what was there, see what happens. He proceeded by saying, but I have been there as a player. When somebody puts that contract with that money in front of you, it is very difficult to say no. So these are some of the words that Troy Deeney has to say about AFC Bournemouth extending Antoine Semenyo's contract for him. And that is that from his camp. Let me move on to the camp of the Black Queens of Ghana. Tomorrow, God willing, in Morocco, they will continue with their 2025 WAFCON tournament. And in their second game will be against Mali. And according to reports, this is the time after their 2-0 defeats to the defending champions, South Africa. They have to go in and look forward to have a successful run for the rest of the competition. And looking at the latest, let's have a glance of how the game will be played at Morocco tomorrow for the Black Queens. It's the Black Queens versus Mali, 4 p.m. Ghana time at the Stade Municipal de Berkane in Morocco. And that is that from their camp. And according to the presidents of the Ghana Football Association, Kets Eden Simeon Okreku, he is very optimistic about their second game against Mali because he saw a lot of positivities in their game against the defending champions. Even though we respected them a lot, but in the second half, we did our very best. And if you have to take the same performance in the second half into the game against Mali, it's going to be very good for the Black Queens of Ghana. Let's watch what's the president of the GFA has to say with regards to their next game against Mali.
That the Queens have had a good preparatory period, starting from the games against Morocco, Senegal, and then Ivory Coast. That offered the new leadership of the Tinkal team the chance to know everybody and to be able to take decisions on their abilities. Beyond that, the team had the 2 weeks preparations prior to the WAFCON, And I think that has come to help a lot of the girls to be in good shape, given the fact that some of them had run out of their contracts, some of them had finished their seasons, and it was primarily off season for a lot of them. So that pre-WAFCON training camp came in handy, so to say, for them. Now going to the first game, obviously we knew it was a tough one. The last time we were at the WAFCON was in 2018, where we exited at the group stage. And given the fact that we're playing against the defending champions, it was always going to be a tough one. However, I believe that the Black Queens gave a very good account of themselves. In fact, it was a game that could have been won by any of the two sides, the Queens inclusive. It's unfortunate those two balls found themselves against the woodwork instead of going into the nets. And the performance in the second half gives me a lot of confidence going into the second game of the tournament. Mali will always come fighting, but I think we have a lot of quality, and the girls are very much focused.
Let me end my presentation from the camp of Ghana National Under-20 boys in the 2025 Wafu Zombi Under-20 Cup of Nations tournaments being hosted by Ghana. Today, it was a highly contested game for the Black Starlights of Ghana and the Flying Eagles of Nigeria. That was the opener for this tournament. Ghana scored one, Nigeria equalized with another goal, and that was 1-1 between Ghana and Nigeria. We shared the scores. Just after everything, I think we are looking forward to our second game so that we can get a qualification into the semi-final of the game. But I hope you've had a full glare of the game. Even the highlights is on the platform. If you want to enjoy, you can go to the platform and enjoy these highlights. Ghana, we had a bright first half action from the first minute to the 20th minute, of which on the 23rd minute, a slick move for Misbah Aziz, captain of the side, who slotted on very nice, beautiful goal, a phenomenal tender strike from his right foot, and it was very nice one indeed. On the 82nd minute, Nigeria equalized with a header. And how things happened for the Black Starlights of Ghana, the man of the match of the game was Misbah Aziz, the captain of the team, and we are looking forward to play our second game against Benin, and that is going to be a must-win game for the Black Starlights in order to secure qualification into the semi-final stage of the competition. And that is that from Ghana Black Starlight. Let's see how things will transfer from their camp. They have to improve in as much as they are scoring. They also have to protect their defense in order to get good results at the end of everything. Because if you are to score on the 23rd minute in the first half, you weren't able to protect the goal or even add more goals to what you've already scored, then you will sit down till maybe the latter part of the game to equalize or just concede a goal, which is quite bad from their side. Coach Desmond Ofe should work on the team defense, same as work on the attacking department, because I could see a lot of errors from the team side. I know they are all inexperienced. Most of them, let me put it that way, are inexperienced players, but they have to work hard. As we are hosting this tournament, we should also try to win the tournament, even though we are not playing on a good pitch. That one, I have to state it emphatically. And that is the right thing I can say about this. And that is that. That is the truth. The truth always defeats the lies, and that is that from the Wafu Zombi tournament so far. Let me end here with my presentation. We shall meet in the next one, but I was being supported by my hardworking chief editor, Emmanuel Kwame Asiedu. Subsequently, I will give you shout-outs. Until you meet again, as a Frenchman will say, au revoir.